Well, there are an awful lot of guidelines for pregnant women out there. Almost every week it feels like we're being bombarded with different reports about what we should and shouldn't eat and do. And actually, the sheer volume of items on the list of today's news mean that it's actually quite difficult for anyone to manage to stay within them. So actually, what would be helpful would be some really clear guidance on what you should and shouldn't do. On this list today, the list includes cosmetics, food, new cots, new prams, paint, new furniture. There's an awful lot to take in, and the report says that it's unproven, that there may be risk from these different chemicals, but it's not proven. I think actually some evidence-based research would be really helpful, and then some very clear guidelines about what you should and shouldn't eat would be more helpful to mothers and mothers-to-be. Well, there are some really clear guidelines on things like consumption of caffeine or smoking. It's absolutely categorically not good for your child to carry on smoking, and those guidelines are really clear. I think because this is less clear, it's less helpful, and it causes anxiety, but all mothers are trying to do the best for their unborn child and try to lead a healthy, balanced lifestyle. So reports like today's just another worry and another thing to feel guilty about. Well, the best thing to do if you're a mum-to-be is to speak to your midwife or a health professional. If you're worried about the kind of cheese that you should be eating or how much fish you should have every week or whether or not you can use deodorant from a spray can, just go to a health professional and they'll be able to tell you. You can always go onto a website like Mumsnet and talk to other mums about what their experiences are and what they believe to be the best thing to do as well. It's really difficult. I mean, there are certain things that mums-to-be crave, like for example brie, which is not recommended to be eaten, or pate. I mean, it's best to follow the guidelines. If the NHS says that you shouldn't eat them, then fine. But I'm sure there are other cravings that you might be able to have if they are better suited in pregnancy. I think the news that shower gel potentially is risky is a bit of a shock. On our sites, that was certainly greeted with surprise. A lot of people know about perhaps not being in a room that's been freshly painted or not painting yourself, but also the idea that you should avoid new furniture, new cots, new prams, new car seats. That's difficult if you're just about to have a new baby. So that was surprising.